Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Luiz Irume. I am a Service Delivery Manager for Sophie AI Solutions in North America, APAC. So that means I'm involved with all project implementations currently and in the past. So I'm here since the beginning. So before we start, let me share my screen. Just a second. Let's see. Let me know when you can see my screen. Anyway, we'll be there. So there you go. When Alex Vinetsky invited me to talk to you in this event, we are discussing what would be the best subject, right? And he suggests, why don't you tell us the journey of Sophie in North America, since you are there from the beginning? And I thought, well, that's a good idea. I think we can talk about Sophie, but give you a context how things start and where we are right now with Sophie implementations. So today, Sophie is a key part of Stefanini digital solution offering, right? ITO has been a large part of the business of Stefanini in North America in APAC, and currently all new offerings have a Sophie component. So for every new client, Sophie is part of the project and is a key part of the project in terms of productivity and what we offer to the client. But was not always like that, right? The beginning was a little bit different. And that's what I want to talk to you about the early days. So I was introduced to Sophie first time in 2016. By that time, our VP of Innovation learned about this product that was making waves in Brazil, this AI solution. And she thought, wow, we need to bring this one here. I think we have market for that. And she asked me to be the liaison between Whoopi and Stefanini in North America to start learning more about that product. So that's when I met Alex Vinetsky the first time. So we had our initial conversation. Right away, I saw that guy had a vision. He knew that he had a good product in his hands and the marketing was growing quickly. And he was contagious and I was sold day one. So I put the Sophie shirt right away. So we start engaging other teams in North America to start preparing our offering to the North American market. So we got marketing, innovation, PMO, many other teams all together to really be ready and start working. One of the first things that we discussed was the name. The tool was called Parley in the beginning. And I think we thought that that name wouldn't be as strong in the North American market. So we made a decision, and Carla, our VP of marketing, that will be talking to you guys a little bit later, she might be able to tell you the story with more details, but we decided globally that the tool should be called Sophie. And that's when Sophie was really born. So the next step was really start knocking in some doors, right? And we did. So we went to our clients and start talking about the product, many meetings, many questions, not that many people interested. And keep in mind that 2016, early 2017, AI, virtual agents, conversational interface, artificial intelligence was nothing more than a hype. We had some research groups and experts talking about that, but the real clients, they were still not so sure. So we had to make our way. So by 2017, we got our first break. One of our clients decided to go in a pilot with us. And you imagine that we were all excited, right? So we engaged the team in US, the team in Brazil, and months of preparation, implementation, first ITO solution, focusing to provide support to their key incidents and requests with their users. Everybody was excited. We were about to go live, our first break. Then priorities change, and the company decided to put this project on hold. Maybe for next year, we have some other priorities. That was a big bucket of cold water in our heads, but we pick up ourselves and we keep moving. So that was early 2018. And something else was about to happen. Because that's when I met the second guy behind Sophie. Fabio Caverzan was the director of Whoopee. That was the real mastermind behind the product, the lead architect. And as we call him until today, the father of Sophie. And we hit off right away. So he told me about the product, the plans, and what we'll be doing. And as a part of the effort that we were doing in North America to really grow that product in the market, Fabio moved with part of this R&D structure to North America. That was a big difference for us. Things are starting to moving a little bit faster, right? By the end of 2018, we had 2 projects implemented of Sophie. We really got it. So Sophie wasn't really a dream anymore. Sophie was a reality. We had a couple projects. We had clients. So 2019 came, and changes started to happen, and it was quick. So by that time, 2.5 years later, the clients are much more curious about this new products and what that type of technology, the chatbot, the AI, the conversational interface could bring to their business. They were open to listen more. And we were able to mix a strong product, maturing every day, 2 years of experience of Stefanini in North America on the ITO business, which was, again, a large part of our business for many years. So that was a good combination, the software and the peopleware. And our customers start to really paying attention to us, and they realize that we knew what we were doing, right? They start, new deals start to being closed, right? Again, even though the market was a little bit more mature, the client is still a little bit skeptical, not sure exactly how to deal with those types of projects, right? So in the beginning, we saw a lot of projects involving IT and the service desk team mostly, to implement Sophie in working with us. But there was a lack of involving the line of business, marketing, communications. And we learned with them that those are key pieces of an implementation. It needs to be a collaboration effort, right? But the clients decide to embark in this journey with us. And there is this word journey that we like to use a lot here, because it's what it really is, right? You don't start a project for AI, a chatbot on day one with all the answers. You focus on the most important things, the low-hanging fruits, what will really bring quick results to your users, and you launch with that. And you keep growing every time, every month. You add more things. You listen to the feedback. You understand what the client wants to know more about, and you go to the tool and you add that knowledge. You see opportunities for more automation, self-service, and you do that. But it takes a while, right? It's a journey. And in many of those projects, we had to guide our clients on that. And until today, we're still learning with them, because every new project has a new component that teaches something else. But was really excited. To be able to keep up with that, we really had to create a global infrastructure, right? So by the end of 2019, we had a dedicated team in North America with developers, PMs, SMEs, knowledge trainers. But to be able to keep up with the demand, we really had to build a global team, a spread team. So we had core development in Brazil, we had trainers in other countries. And was important for us to really work on the methodology, right? So we had to improve our methodologies, our governance, our processes. So we had this process of preparation, a really deep work of discovering, to understand what the client wants. The implementation, we are fully agile. And that's important for that type of implementation, because things change all the time. We want to go live with an adoption plan and a product release well defined, and there's the ongoing support, right? Because going back to the word journey, when we deliver Sophie, Sophie that doesn't stop. We keep growing with that. So we have a team that we keep looking for new opportunities in the client. Right. So today we have a network of more than 200 professionals working and collaborating with Sophie around the world, in North America, Brazil, Mexico, a few places in Europe, India, Philippines, and maybe some place else that I don't know yet. But all those teams working together, and that's the only way we made it work. So at that time, and again, just going back to the methodology, we have a whole transition approach, and we do have adoption strategy in how you present Sophie to the users, how you build loyalty, how you continue improve the product, and how you really got adoption. But 2020 came to us also quickly. Everything started hot. We had a lot of projects being thought about, but COVID-19 hit it, and we were afraid that that will slow down things, but it didn't. In reality, things got even warmer, because the need to work remotely and have more options to communicate quickly, to have a good user experience, human-like experience, more self-service, actually end up making things get even heated. So all the work that we did preparing pay off, because our growth was exponential. We start from 0 projects in 2017. That, remember that pilot that went through, to finalize in 2018 went to 2 implementations. Then 2019 we finalized with 8 more implementations, and by the end of 2020 we're going to have 20 new implementations of Sophie for new clients, plus POCs with many good companies. So we are talking about 30 to 35 current clients working with Sophie right away. So, and the nice thing here is that the first client on day 1, they still working with us, they still in the journey, they still improving, and they still looking for new opportunities. And every new client keeps working with us. So they are all part of this journey with us. And that's really nice, because we are working with them to try to improve their usage. Yeah, so that's interesting. I want to talk quickly before the end what we are doing right now, because we learned that Sophie is great for our customers. But during the journey, we also learned that Sophie is amazing to our agents. And moving forward, what we are doing today is what we call agent augmentation. So now our agents are using Sophie as well. We are using Sophie for complex processes, repetitive processes. we are getting our agents to use Sophie to expedite the time they take for them to finalize tasks. So we reduce things from tasks from 10 minutes to 3, tasks that took a few minutes to seconds. So today the agents are using Sophie actively in many different processes, and every day we are learning new opportunities. We are doing queue management using Sophie that help our incident controllers to know what's going on quickly, to provide a much quicker and better service to our clients, to understand the tickets that are coming in. We are using what we call the analyzing unusual call patterns. So Sophie is monitoring all the calls that are coming and the tickets being created, and we are being able to identify outages and issues even before the client, and we can take active reactions pretty quickly. So we are strongly using Sophie internally as well, and it is making us a much better partner for our clients. What is the next steps? We'll be working next year a lot. We are doing a lot of work right now with SAP, and we're going to have our VP of Applications, Sujoy, talking about what's going on with Sophie and SAP. Is really good stuff. We are moving towards service automation framework, which will be the next step of self-service in automation for Sophie. So a lot of things coming on the delivery piece, plus everything else that Fabio mentioned to you guys, and you guys will be able to listen a little bit later in the day about the product itself. So that was my message for today. I really want to tell you a story, tell a little bit more how was our journey, and we are keep going, and our pipeline for next year is still growing. So thank you.
Luiz,
my friend.
Yes, another one of the early days. So, I mean, I think today is a great occasion to say thank you to the guys who helped started this thing, and ask, how do you feel? Because I still pinch myself. So, when we started, it was this fringe application.
The band of
Yeah, that we
people together.
presented as a nice touch in the end of our presentation, of the presentations to our clients, and suddenly, I mean, in the last 2 years, it became center stage. I mean, this is the reason why we close multi-million-dollar deals all over the world. And then, I mean, obviously, it was a challenge, and it was a huge challenge for you. So it was just you doing everything from pre-sales to the first POCs, and now you lead this multi-country team in huge implementations. One of them is spanning, if I'm not mistaken, 22 countries and many different languages. So how is it? I mean, how did you prepare, and how do you prepare for what comes next? Because what comes next is still bigger and more challenging than everything we had before.
Right. No, and that's true. We are every single day reevaluating our process, right? And implementing and sharing with other groups around the world their process and trying to learn together, right? Because, as you say, things are continue growing. Sophie is going in other directions, as you know, and you guys heard about PPO and other. So Sophie started with ITO, but now we see Sophie spreading for the whole company. Some of the clients that we had initially with ITO, now they are moving to other areas. So we need to be ready, and that really involves methodology, processes, and so we are constantly trying to bring the right people and use the best processes available, and reevaluating and learning. So as I said, every new project, a little bit new you get from that project, right? So, and we'll be adding those things to our portfolio. And again, we are doing a lot of exciting things. The product, as you say, is today as mature as it could be. But going back to what you say in the beginning, I was telling in my presentation, you had a vision and you sold me that vision day one. So this is why I believe and I put my focus on this too, because I knew there was something there, and a couple of years later it was proven that there was something there, and we still have something. So I think the market is still maturing for the customers, even though everybody wants to have a solution, an AI solution, a chatbot. They also still learning. They are not right there yet, and it's our work to work with them and teach them and learn with them. So I think it's exciting what's coming ahead of us.
Yeah, it's nice that we are growing, and we know it's still the beginning, right?
Yeah.
There are so many things to come. I mean, there's so many areas to come. There is voice. We are a little bit more mature in Brazil than we are in North America on voice, but we know it will be huge for you guys on next years. As you said, SAP is something gigantic because it's a huge market. It's a very conservative market when it comes to new technologies. So we know will make an impact on that. And how is it to be in charge of this multi-country team? As you said, I mean, you have people working for you, with you, in Brazil, in North America, several parts of North America, actually, in Philippines. I mean, very good team in Asia, still people being trained in North America. So how is it, and how is it now that you have to do it in a different way, in a more challenging way?
Well, I think being a globally distributed team from the beginning help us to adapt what this new reality, right? So because we were doing online, we are doing virtual
you are
for
in
a long
Canada,
time.
I mean, yeah.
Right, so help. But again, as you say, it's a challenge because we have and I want to use the opportunity here to thank our team, everybody that is working with us, because we have a hard working people that they don't see the time to stop. They keep working to make things work. And I think we are doing a good job bringing the right people on board. But again, it's a challenge. We keep trying to grow in a pace that will keep up with the demand. We need to work and worry about the mental health of our employees that are around the globe in a situation like that. So
it has been one of our concerns. We have been spoken a lot about that,
right?
Because it's a lot of pressure in a different environment, right?
Right. But yeah, I think we have the right people, and again, we are always reevaluating our process to make sure that we are doing it better and quickly.
Fantastic, my friend. Great talking to you. Thank
Same
you.
way.
And Patricia comes next. Patricia is also early days now leading our people in Europe. So it's great to see, you know, all these people spread around the world working so hard. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.